Big salute, big salute, big salute. Big salute to my support goons, support squad, all my loved ones. Big salute to Bill Bruh, JT the Big Figure, aka Fig Panamera, BKA Locks is home. Ba ba ba, Glocks is on. And big salute to my big bruh Dame, big stepping around Africa. Enjoy yourself, big bruh. Now y'all know what time it is. It's that read time. Now let's pick up what we left off. The 7 functions of the pyramid. The first function, power generator and distributor. Second, preservation. Third, transportation. Fourth, energy balance. Fifth, prophecy. Six, resurrection. Seven, divine unity. Oh man. The ancient Egyptian / Ethiopian empire used a certain form of electricity that was generated and distributed by pyramids. It is different than modern electricity in that the modern type is a low form of electricity that requires transmission wires. All the substances of the universe have a range or spectrum of frequencies. You are familiar with the most common spectrum, that of light. Scientists have named the extremes that they know of this, calling them infrared and ultraviolet. That means if you look at the 7 colors of the rainbow, starting with red, then orange, then yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, then the light spectrum starts from below red, infrared, and goes all the way to beyond violet, ultraviolet. Similarly, the other forms of matter also have a range. Solid matter comes in a range of solidity, from soft solids like lead to very hard ones like diamond. Liquids also have a range, starting with thin liquids like pure alcohol or substances such as benzene, to thick liquids like gels. This is true for all the 7 forms of matter, through the gases to the ether, light, electricity, and magnetism. Modern generated electricity is a lower spectrum type, barely above static electricity, the type that makes your clothes clean. The ancients used a higher form of electricity that did not require wires for transmission. It was transmitted directly in the ether, i.e., in space, the same way radio waves are transmitted. It was transmitted to the temples, which served, among other things, as receiving stations. So the temples had antennas used to receive the transmissions. These antennas can still be seen today erected in front of some of the temples. Modern people call them obelisks. Obelisks are antennas, and that makes sense. Mm. There is one near you in Central Park, New York, that was stolen by Americans from one of the temples, and many more that were stolen by Europeans. Perhaps the most famous one being the one called Cleopatra's Needle. Ah, where's Cleopatra's Needle at? We don't know. Now, the ancients had great reverence for technology. To them, it was a gift of nature coming directly from the gods, the 144 chiefs of the black nation. So they did not treat it as casually as modern people do. Today, everyone in Western countries has access to electricity, including batteries, and they use it casually. There is no reverence whatsoever for this gift of the gods. The ancients used it only when necessary, including it in the appropriate rituals, and only for projects that were for the benefit of the general society rather than individuals. Other than that, they went about their business the usual way, using ordinary hand tools. For this reason, modern archaeologists claim that the ancients did not have the knowledge of high technology, such as electricity, because they see the ancient Egyptians going about their business using hand tools and physical labor most of the time. Yet, there are many instances where they have seen the manufacture of certain implements, such as stone coffins, that were obviously made using some kind of high speed machinery. They dismiss these instances as exceptions and so never mention them in their studies and reports. There are many sculptures and other pieces of art found that are made of very hard stones, such as diorite, including vases with very thin walls, narrow necks, and wide bottoms. When they look at them, it's quite obvious that they could not possibly have been made by hand. They were certainly made using some kind of rotary machine that required electricity. These are the kinds of items that they bury in the basements of their museums because they do not fit their theories and explanation concerning the level of ancient technology. The ancients understood the concept of balance in all its aspects. They understood that balance is necessary in all things, including the use of technology. Even though electricity is to be used to make life much easier, it is not supposed to be exploited to the point where it replaces all other uses, especially the uses of hand tools and physical labor. Such behavior leads to a deterioration of the human body. Yep. It discourages the exercising of our muscles using natural activities. Yep. Our muscles need natural activities in order for our bodies to remain in a state of good health. It does not help the body to replace natural activities with artificial activities such as weightlifting and gymnasium exercises. The everyday activities of the ancients, such as farming, washing clothes by hand, milling grains, making wine, rowing boats, etc., ensure that their bodies never went lacking for natural exercise and the muscular fitness and balance required for good health and long life. That's the reason they kept their ancient ways even in the midst of technology that was vastly superior to that of the modern day. Every person had to reach a certain level of initiation before he could use it. The technology was not given for free or for money as it is today. It was earned by knowledge and understanding attained in the rituals associated with it. They understood that all technology has a higher purpose above that of merely making life easy. It lends to the overall balance of the forces of nature. Without this balance, the life of a society will degenerate to one of two extremes: the extreme of greed, where the gifts of nature are used solely for the satisfaction of physical desires with no spiritual value whatsoever. This is what we see with the way the light skinned people use technology today. The other extreme is that of over technologization. Technologization, over technologization, which leads to over intellectualization, i.e., giving up the heart for the sake of the head. This is the cause with the extraterrestrial races today, who have given up all emotional life for the sake of intellect to the point where they have lost all capacity to love or to emphasize. These two extremes illustrate the end result of the unbalanced use of the gifts of nature. Oh man, boy, that's deep. Boy, that's deep. Man. Knowing this, the ancients were able to keep using high technology for thousands of years without the harmful effects we see today, such as the ecological disaster that is being foisted upon Mother Earth by the light-skinned races, or the genetic deterioration that comes as a result of losing one's capacity to feel emotions, such as being experienced by the extraterrestrial races. Ah. The pyramids were also used for the preservation of life forms, or the function that has been attributed to Noah's Ark. Periodically, it becomes necessary to preserve life forms on Earth, both of animals and plants, so that they may continue after certain events that devastate the Earth during its periodic cleansing. I will talk more about this function and events at some other time. Pyramids are also used for space travel. This requires the manufacture of a monolithic pyramid. This is a large pyramid, much larger than the Great Pyramid, that is made of a single stone. The stone is obtained in space from among the debris of large rocks that orbits alongside the planets that are called asteroids. When our first ancestors came to Earth from Sirius, they used 12 such pyramids, each one occupied by 12,000 men and women. They landed the pyramids at 12 different locations on our Earth that were the energy nodal points of that time. The pyramids remained there for a long time in the far, far distant past, trillions of years ago. Such pyramids are also used when large groups of people leave to settle a new planet. We will see their use again here on our Earth in the near future. Mm. Pyramids are also used to balance the Earth's energies. They are placed at the 12 primary nodes of the Earth where space energies enter our planet. Every inhabitable planet receives energies from other stars in space that are essential for human and other life. These energies must be balanced as they enter the nodal points, otherwise, they could upset the Earth's magnetic shield. The Earth's magnetic shield is crucial for keeping out things in space that could cause harm to the planet, such as large meteors and harmful rays. Our Earth and other planets in our solar system are still bombarded by such things because our solar system is still evolving. They will cease when the entire solar system reaches a state of perfect stability where all its energies are in perfect harmony with the energies received from outer space. Um, the Great Pyramids also act as a prophetic book of stone. It's constructed in such a way that it tells the future story of the age we are in. Every king or queen who rules the earth builds a stone pyramid as part of their ordination. Ah. In its construction, they write the future of their 25,000-year reign. They do not write it in hieroglyphics, but in the sizes and types of stones used, and the way they are placed, as well as the way the chambers are constructed. A person who is initiated into its mysteries can read the future events of the earth from it. It's also used as a resurrection machine. I've already described the two facets of resurrection for which the Great Pyramids of Giza is used. Lastly, and most important, the pyramid is used to facilitate divine unity during rituals. This is a function that belongs to the 24 elders. Oh man, for the ones of y'all that don't like me reading this book talking about, oh, your content is whack, man, man, listen up so I give you something to think about, man, because this is real, man, this is real. So the next chapter, you got some more updated questions. You know, I'll just read the answers, so we ain't gonna read what questions people had. So we'll just read the answers. So, yeah, and it's not that long. It ain't as long as the last one. Yeah, it's not as long as the last one. So we'll be back, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay tuned. Man, the 7 functions of the pyramid. Man, did y'all know that? And it just makes sense, y'all. It just makes sense. Man, it just makes sense. So big salute everybody. That was our read for the day. Be back tomorrow. Y'all stay tuned. It just keep getting juicy and juicy with knowledge. I need to find it's other volumes of this book too. So I'm currently on the search. So and then again, for those y'all don't like me reading this, you know, I'm a bookworm now. You know, yeah, I'm a bookworm now, so I don't know what to say. And for all my support goons, my support squad, I love y'all, man. Y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna keep feeding y'all this knowledge and feed myself the knowledge at the same time I get it, you gonna get it too. So big salute y'all, man. Love y'all, man. Y'all stay tuned. Aye.